It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Falcons and the Cowboys. And it's coming up next.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Well, Brock, we saw week 1 begin on Thursday night, and now 2 more teams get their season started here on Sunday. He's Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and it is very important, partner, for both teams here that their seasons begin on a strong note.
Yeah, this is the week where I really can't take myself back to that locker room, to week 1 across the different seasons. And whether it was high school or college or pro, it was the same feeling. Right? It was hope springs eternal. Even though it's the fall and the calendar's turned and it's week 1, you're so hopeful of what lies ahead.
Ball teed up. Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And off we go from Dallas. Return starts from the goal line. This return makes it up to the 25. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out is a master at overcoming adversity before and after being drafted 8th overall in 2024. Out of your alma mater, Washington, it's Michael Penix Jr.
It's the dawn of a new season, Kate, with all the promise in the world ahead of he and his squad. And this is where all that off-season planning, the reps in camp, the sweat, the blood, the tears come into play. And you really don't want to stumble out the gate. You want to be the horse who jumps to the front right away and let everybody try to chase you down.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Penix to the air to start us off. Moore's got it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Play action. Here's Penix. He throws a bullet to this. He's got it at the 30. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. This is taken in at the 13. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they'll be let out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right, week 1, all has a sense of gratitude, all has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet that get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Completed here to Pickens. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
Ready? First and 10 at the 47-yard line. Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, set go.
Throwing now, off play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. And the 1st down pass set away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to find Mike Evans with that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a nice job there by the linebacker. He kind of looks like a cornerback on that, doesn't he? Perhaps those cover guys can have a little fun with him in practice this week because he looked like a DB right there, swatting the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 4th down, they'll throw for it. That's cut beyond the marker. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Cowboys tie it up as he nails his first try of the season. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. They're 1 for 1 so far to begin the new NFL season. Touchdown on their opening drive. Let's see if they have 2 for 2 in them. Penix on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. By a man, and now he's in the clear. Now after the play, looks like we have somebody banged up. What we hope is it's nothing major. Don't want to see a serious injury less than a quarter into the season. 2nd and 3 now. From the 29. Pass is caught. That's Darnell Mooney. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. Well, not what you like to see. Still just in the opening quarter of the season. And they have an injured player out there. Let's hope it's nothing major as he gets looked at. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, set.
From the shotgun, Penix. Getting out to his left. He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Here's 2nd and 5. That's brought in by Mooney. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
They go play action. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Penix facing a 3rd and long. Throwing deep for the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Secures this at the 17. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 45 yards on the punt there. And the Cowboys will get set to go on offense.
Let's go.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Go.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 15-yard line.
Another try following the sack. This is caught by Trey Palmer. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. They'll run here on first down. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Come on, set. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Top row, 18. Take go.
Here's a throw. Hits his running back. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Go. 79. Here we go.
Now a give left side.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Go. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here's 2nd and 11. Caught near the goal line. Touchdown, Dallas. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. He's going to field this at the 2. He stopped on the return at the 27.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut. We're through 1 quarter of this opening weekend of football. Neither side separating much so far. Back to... Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Here's Penix to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. Has some daylight through the 40. They got 24 yards on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. After that play, we see some concern from their guys on the field. And now we know why. One of their best players was hurt on the play and is getting worked on. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
The give here on 2nd. And he's tackled for a short gain. Only a couple that time, and it leaves him well behind the sticks for a 3rd and 15. Penix working from the gun. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. J.C. Horn to pick it off. And the Cowboys will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Another carry for him. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Hey, range? Range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. Toward the sideline, and he's got Pickens. And he goes out a little short of the 40. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Setting up a throw. It's taken in by Lamb. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down from the red zone. He's on the move. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game.
Yeah. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. Clark Phillips with the pick. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
And he'll get it up to the 27. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Falcons will have a 1st. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Got a And it's London.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera club. How many different guys can you get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Penix here from the gun. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. It's the Falcons. With it, 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, you can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. Got 3 on the run. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. The Falcons calling the field goal team's number this time. This is going to be a tough one, 55 yards away. And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Cowboys taking over on offense. Not much time left before halftime. They still have access to a pair of timeouts and a little time left, too, so points very much still in play here before the half. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. The intended target there was CeeDee Lamb. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
The defenders are there to get him at the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Upping the tempo with some hurry-up offense. That's caught for the first. He has room past the 25. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys will add to their lead at the end of the half. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys double their lead to 14. Aubrey now to kick this one away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And this drive will start inside the 25. Falcons offense returning to the field a final time before the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Look at Cam Taylor-Britt getting up there to track that one down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. That brings us to our first half. The rest of the league can wait. We'll see how they're faring later. Our focus, it's on these two teams as we skip halftime and get right back to this contest. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Kickoff taken at the 13. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. Got Lamb, and it's complete.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win. And there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
From the 31. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. He's dropping back to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throw complete to Lamb. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
Head to 60. Head. Set up. Ready.
Trying the right side. And they had that one contained right at the line. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
Ready.
He'll throw it. Hauled in by Lamb, right side. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
19. Let's go.
They give it to him again. Has a lane inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
I mean, it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. To the air with Penix. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down. So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Robinson on the inside give. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in the pocket for a later occasion.
Another carry for Robinson. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On second down, Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7. Penix looking to pass. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. They'll bring out the punter here. And this is the second time he's been brought on to kick it. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running this one left. Brushes him off with ease. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Back-to-back carries here. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
He has the first over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll throw on first. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw now. And he rocks the tackler. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready?
Here's the handoff. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Ready. Let's go now.
They'll try and throw it here. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go.
Back to throw. Able to hit Palmer, complete. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys trying to end this before the final quarter. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys grow their lead yet again. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returnable from the 1. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. The Falcons returning their offense and this running back to the field. Their first drive of the season, an uneventful one, led to a punch, so they'll try to get some new season magic going here on their second drive. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. They'll get this complete to Mooney. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
Kate, I could feel by your body language and the call that you saw exactly what I saw, and that was a big uh-oh. It's one of the nice things of having a bird's eye view on these screens. You can see it coming at the field. In the field level, you get lost, but not up here. You knew that play was doomed from the start.
That sails over his target, incomplete, and now it's 4th down. Their punter making his way out now. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. The Cowboys headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
Here we go.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Arnold Ebiketie makes it there for the stop. We've reached the end of 3. Third and just 2 to go. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. That one's complete, right side. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, I didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He's going deep this time. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. George Pickens, the intended target. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Pass play coming here. He completes it in traffic. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Roll.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Trap 60.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Back to throw. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Let's go.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Hut, hut.
He'll throw it yet again. Escapes the pocket. The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
It is such a weapon offensively when you've got a big tight end that can stretch the field vertically. Not a lot of DBs have the size to cover him. They tried to get it to him in that spot where he could win it, but unfortunately no connection to be made.
Go.
Throw on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Play action on 1st down. He rolls to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, a better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
And in for the Dallas touchdown. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Alert. Alert.
Penix working from the gun. Pitts brings it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Finds his back complete. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And again, it's Penix. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
On 2nd and 10, it's Penix. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Here he is on 3rd and long. Got it, man. Robinson has it. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Penix here from the gun. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the shotgun, Penix. Caught near the goal line. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Falcons kickoff team out there as they'll send this away. Short kick gathered in at the 15. They'll begin from the 36 as the returners brought down. The Cowboys about set to take over. And they should just be able to kneel out what time remains. There's 3 timeouts defensively still available, but using them is not going to alter this outcome.
Let's go now.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, well, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the 1st. That's cut beyond the marker. He's got room to roam here. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Cowboys keep running away with this. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Penix to throw. Diving, it looks close. They say he caught it. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Into the hands of Pitts. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 25 yards. 1st down.
So it's a win for the Cowboys. And they're one of the fortunate teams to begin the season with a 1-0 record. So far, so good to begin this new campaign.